Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gavin. It's Wednesday, and that means it's time for Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Hey,
we have
everybody.
an appointment announcement from
Tony Khan.
I
wonder what it's going to be. The same type of dumb announcements he always makes. They're so important.
Ooh, this is a huge grudge match. Huge. Not a small one. This is not a small grudge match. Huge.
What are we starting out with? Oh, Ricky Starks, huh? Some absolute Ricky Starks happening. We got some people in the chat tonight, though. We got Rick is in the chat again. Hey, Rick, good to see you again tonight. Walter's in here. Hey, Travis and Daphne, AEW tonight. Good news. You won bingo. Got a $5 Starbucks gift card. Good job. Congratulations, Walter. Rick says, if I'm being honest, I never watch AEW, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, we can keep you up to date. This is Ricky Stark.
This dude that's coming out right now is Ricky Starks. He's going into the ring with somebody who's already came out, and his name is Juice. Just kidding, Juice. Now somebody's interrupting poor Ricky Starks and his outing, his entrance. There we go, we got it. It's that Bullet Club, guys. They hate him.
Is that Jay White? That is Jay White. Jay White's there, guys. I know a lot of people in here like Jay White, and there he is. So Jay White is now officially all elite.
Is he? Is he officially all elite? Or is he just there for a second?
There it is. People were saying, he's going to show up at WWE. We've been hearing that for a while now. But it looks like Jay White.
I guess they're buddies? Are they besties?
Yeah, they were in the Bullet Club together in Japan.
Oh. So now they're the Bullet Club in AEW.
If they're doing Bullet Club stuff.
Well, he did come down to the Bullet Club stuff.
Oh, they keep saying Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega was also in the Bullet Club.
Well, maybe he should just go back over there. Walter's like, what is Tony Khan's announcement? This will be awesome.
Maybe it's that Jay White signed
Walter.
because he's there.
Sure, it's going to be awesome.
So awesome.
Lady Kinsey is in her chat. Hey,
Lady
Kinsey. Rick says, hello. Chris says, Nigel McGuinness is all elite. Said no one ever. Just kidding. Man, he is awesome. He's from NXT UK and wrestled Impact and ROH. Why are we talking about Nigel McGuinness?
Jay White.
Ravi's up in the chat.
Official.
Hey, Ravi. How you doing? Says up here. Cool. Harley is in the chat as well. Hey, Harley. Good to see you tonight. Says dope. Well, it's like Ricky Starks for the win. I don't think that's going to happen unless he has friends in low places.
Who's going to come down and help him? Somebody? Anybody?
Marcelo is in the chat again tonight. Hey, Marcelo. Good to see you. I'm glad you're in here from Argentina. Represent!
The hottest
Other than that, I have
agent
no idea what you're saying.
in professional wrestling.
They're the absolute nothing in professional wrestling?
No, what?
That guy looks weird, like he should be in a cave somewhere.
Yeah, juice.
Like caveman. Cave.
Somebody just shot him. Did you see that?
Ew.
Jay White just pretended to shoot Ricky Stark.
Robbie says, oh, well, you hate the Bullet Club. I don't even know who they are, but I hate them now. Walter's like, boo, Jay White, okay, fight on AEW. Chris says, wow, what BS, bringing in Jay White like nothing.
Like it's nothing, huh?
Well, I'm going to tell you this much, Chris. This is normal AEW behavior.
Hey, we're going to put you in a feud with Ricky Stark on the first episode, but you're going to be helping a buddy.
You're going to be with a buddy, juice guy, Robinson. Well, there's like Jay White did Bray Wyatt move.
Like to Kentucky?
Oh, he did his move. Like he did his like.
Oh yeah, the Sister
Abigail thing, I guess. Rick says, is Chris Jericho still in AEW? Yep, he formed the JAS.
Yeah.
Jericho Appreciation Society. Yeah, he was a wizard a while ago. He's a weirdo. Just kidding. You just made the list. Chris says Switchblade hit the Sister Abigail. Marcelo says Cody Rhodes something. What about Cody Rhodes? English. Walter's like Taz and Excalibur and Tony doing commentary. Yeah, those guys are out there doing the commentary.
Baby.
Oh, hey, look, it's everybody's favorite guy but mine.
Who is
Adam Cole.
Baby.
Oh, it says, yeah, boy, Jay what, yo.
Is it J-E-Y
what, yo?
or J-A-Y?
J-A-Y. Ew. Let's see. Rick says Chris Jericho is like 47 and still wrestles. Yeah, but he has a band, so that makes it better.
Well, there he is. Speaking of the devil.
He actually got in pretty good shape. It's kind of creepy in a way. Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, Vin, good to see you. Says happy to be with you guys tonight, and very smart for Jay to go to AEW. Let's see. Ravi says Jay White rolling on dubs, and Walter says Adam Cole, baby. No, did he? We have Jericho talking. Yeah. Back with Tony, by the way.
It's too much.
Oh, yeah, poor Daniel Garcia. Oh, it's his right-hand man. Unlike his left-hand man.
I've seen what you do with your right hand.
Ew. I eat my food with it. Thank you very much. It's unacceptable, sir. Rick says, remember 205 Live? No.
What the fuck is that?
That's Keith Lee.
Keith Lee is now just great.
Oh my god, dude. Keith Lee, sad.
Keith Lee has changed quite a bit since he was in WWE.
But is it for the better? Is it though?
Look at Jericho gets shorter and shorter.
He's kind of leaning back. He's probably leaning back because the guy probably has bad breath because he probably just ate a whole onion or something.
Why would he eat onions?
I don't know. He eats whatever his wife puts in front of his face, it looks like.
Tony Schiavone used to stand there by... Nobody's there anymore. Just chilling by himself. That's actually pretty funny.
Just like...
Uh-oh, lights are out.
Oh no, is this the announcement? They forgot to pay their power bill. That's the
Forgot something.
People are like, we should turn on our phones to see what's happening.
Because it's so dark.
Because it's so dark.
Is it the House of Black?
Is it the House of Black? You know they're the trios champions.
There's one. It looks like it could be House of Black. They have too many people that turn off the lights. But I'm pretty sure that's House of Black.
He's wearing a very long shirt in the back.
House of Black.
You're trios champions. The House of Black is here. We got Malachi Black. That one big dude. The old guy named Buddy Murphy. And old Julia Hart back there.
Yeah.
Brody King, that's his name. I always forget his
old Brody King.
Name. Old Brody King, if you ever want to know who he is. I don't.
He's the big dude.
Hey, they're celebrating their 1 month anniversary of being the trios champions.
Already?
You know, that's what we do when you're children in like high school and junior high and you get with somebody and you're like, oh my god, I have to have like an anniversary like every month.
That's McKenna right now with her.
You know? And then when you get old, you're just like, fuck that shit. You grow up and you're like, ugh.
We'll just celebrate every 10 years.
What the fuck is that? Anyways, I'm sure people in the chat remember 205 Live. I don't remember it because I never watched it, so. But I'm pretty sure Travis remembers 205 Live. Don't you remember 205 Live?
I remember it as in I never watched it, but I knew it existed.
See, there you go.
It was the cruiserweights. I've never really been into the cruiserweight division.
Anyways, what about him, Rick? And Ravi says, baby knows what's up, D. Yeah, I'm sure he does, because he's probably used to things going up in his butt. He's like, D, we all know, you filthy animal, whatever. I don't even know what that is implying to. Rick says, Keith Lee looks like a grandpa. Looks like Uncle Drew. Yeah, Walter says, Keith Lee will win over Chris Jericho in their match. Yeah?
You would think so, but that doesn't necessarily always work out the way we want it to. Since Jericho has a different feud already.
Right? Like, weird. Harley's like, yep, that's the House of Black. House of Black. And Daz says, Daz is in the chat. Hey, Daz says, big up. How are you both doing today? Fantastic. How are you doing, Daz? How's England? Chris says, look at these ass hats, House of Black, LOL. Why are they ass hats? Is it because they come out in the dark? Is it because they paint their faces weird? Is it because they don't look like they should be a tree? Spooky bitch.
And a J.
You spooky bitch.
You spooky bitch. I'm going to choke you out. I got a fat ass and a bad attitude.
Did she say a fat ass?
Yeah.
Did she say a fat ass? Walter's like, House of Black will lose all access of AEW tonight. Cool behind the scenes. Yeah, Walter, I'm not interested in their drama mama baby mamas. Nope. No, thank you. I'm not going to ever watch that. You better watch it, though, Walter, and tell us all about it on Friday. Okay? I'm holding you to it. I need your report on it. I expect it at least 1,000 words, and I want it on Friday. It's due Friday.
1,000 words.
What?
You have to email that to us.
Or it says me over here being confused. What are you confused about, sir?
If you're watching AEW, you're going to be quite a bit confused.
Yeah, if you're never watched AEW, you'll have absolutely no idea who most of these people are unless you did watch NXT or WWE because, there's a lot of them from there.
Not only that, but then they switch people on you, and then they have some other shows that aren't televised.
Yeah.
And they just bring those people over, and then you're like, who are these guys? So it takes a lot of study to keep up with your AEW your peeps. Sometimes you'll hear me. I've been watching it since it started. The very first day, I've never missed a show. And there's still times I'm like, who's this guy? Who's this girl?
And then everybody's like, that's that guy off of Dark. Blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, yeah, I don't watch that shit off YouTube. So you better just tell me who it is. Are they important? Do we need to know about their moms?
There's 4 championship matches on this.
Tonight?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
He said the first of 4.
Anyways, so a lot of WWE guys are over here, by the way. Buddy Murphy. He's not known as Buddy Murphy now, but...
Matthews.
Buddy Matthews is what he is now, but Buddy Murphy was what he was, right, of WWE. Malachi Black, you should know him as Aleister Black. He is over here on AEW.
Sue's bringing him.
Hey, it's Sue, bringing the best friends.
She got a new van.
And he's like, I can't get the door open.
That's a nice van. He's like, Mom, you're so embarrassing.
You're so embarrassing,
You should have dropped me off in front of the building.
Oh my God, why are you doing that? And then, of course, you have Chris Jericho, who's over here. Adam Cole, you should know him from fucking whatever. Bryan Danielson's over here. You knew him as Dean Ambrose, but he's now Jon Moxley.
Which is Aleister Black.
I said that. Let's see. There's so many more.
Paige
is over here now if you were a Paige fan at any point.
Tony
Storm.
Ruby Riott.
I haven't seen her for a minute on the main stuff. I wonder if she's doing dark.
She's more in Ring of Honor, but.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of WWE peeps on the side of the world too, which is stupid as fuck, but whatever. It says maybe that's why I'm confused. I never watched AEW. Yes, that's probably why. Chris says lots of videos coming in on Jay White and how it's this big loss for WWE. Whatever. That guy's tiny. Like he's a small little baby.
Well,
Who wants him?
He's still 6 foot. He's 6'1"ish. That's fine. He would have been fine. I don't know how he would have been pushed or anything.
Walter's like, okay, at 9:20 p.m. my time, I'm going to be here Friday, 8 p.m. for SmackDown. Still in chat. Whew,
all right, this match is underway. This is for the Trios Tag Team titles.
Piccolo's in the chat. Hey, Piccolo. What's up? What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Pace yourself.
What's up? 2, 3.
What's up?
1, 2, 3.
What's up?
2, 3.
What's up?
2, 3.
What's up? Oh, sorry. We have a match going on, by the way. This is a Trios Champion match between the best friends, Orange Cassidy and the House of Black. I'm pretty sure the House of Black is going to win and retain their motherfucking titles.
Trent's in there right now with Malachi.
So there you go.
It's Malachi.
Miss Piccolo's like, forgive me, Gab gang. The sun's out, and that means extended yard work time. Yeah,
isn't that beautiful? I wish I could. You know how much feet of snow we have outside right now?
So,
at least one.
I don't know if you guys understand, but we got like 1.5 feet of snow in one day yesterday.
Yeah.
And we didn't have snow, and then all of a sudden, we have snow. It's great.
The largest snowpack in, like, the Sierras in the past, like, 100 years is there right now.
That's good.
The Sierra Nevadas. They're going to feed California.
Yeah.
There's some lakes that were ghost lakes. They haven't been there since the 1800s. Are full.
Nice.
And they had built some cities in them. Like town. They had expanded into them, and they're all full.
Flooding with their stupidity. That's what you get for being dumb. Like, California people are fucking stupid. Like, just that whole state sometimes is just retarded. Like, they do the dumbest shit sometimes.
You're like, how many people can I offend in
You know what? There's a lake here. There used to be a lake here. It's a flood zone. You know what we should do? Motherfucker, we should build a city here. You know what? That's a great idea. And a golf course.
It's
yeah.
Outskirts of cities.
Let's do
it. Woo! MJF today. Sammy Guevara going up against Commander
Cool.
Whoever that is.
Hey, it's Commander Cool with his little luchador mask. I don't know who he is.
Ethan Page.
I don't care who he is. Walter says good new movies coming out this weekend. Yes.
What is it?
Movies coming out this weekend.
What are they?
I don't know what movies are coming out this weekend. Walter, tell us all the movies. Pico says, oh boy, we need to know everybody's uncles and cousins. Yes. Yes, we do. Chris says, don't know if you guys have heard.
Oh, yeah, that's tonight. The FTR, their career's on the line tonight. Yeah.
He says, but I think I know why Vicky Guerrero isn't on TV. She basically has drama with Eddie and her daughter. She claims she was essayed on a cruise and resents her mom, Vicky.
Yeah, it was basically her mom's boyfriend sexually assaulted her. And then... but her mom chose the boyfriend over her, so they were very, very dramatized.
Does she have the proof? It's in the pudding. Rick says, Alistair Black. Harley says, I feel like you have to get intoxicated sometimes just to watch AEW. Yes, you do. Walter says, best friends and Kassidy for the win on this one. And Pico says, yeah, Alistair was effing amazeballs when he was in NXT. Rick says, the only AEW wrestler I know is Orange Cassidy.
He's in there.
It's okay to know him. He's all right. It's okay.
Darby, the house elf.
Pico says, I like to forget that his E-run. Yeah, Alistair's E-run was sad and pathetic. It's probably because he had all this anxiety angst happening. Chris says the worst part is Chavo supports Eddie's daughter, but there is a lot of evidence that prove that she is unstable, and that's why Vicky had to distance herself and block her daughter from social media.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama.
Drama, mama, drama. Walter said Vicky Guerrero is done of managing wrestlers. Is she? Blue Lantern in the chat. Hey, guys. So, WWE decided not to have the greatest finish to a story ever.
Yeah, they went a different direction.
They went down the stupid hole. We'll see how well that works out for him in the end.
Whoa, Orange fell but got caught.
Well, that didn't work out for him.
That'll hurt you.
He thought he was going to take him out, and all it did was make them carry him like a baby.
So, did Trent just take them both out?
Maybe.
Now he's doing it again?
Says, okay, lots of caffeine tonight? No.
Oh, they caught him.
No, Picola. Robbie says, D in Another World. Don't you know that movie? It's Night at the Roxbury, dude. Grega John in the chat. Hey, Grega says hi. Hello. Walter says, Julia Hart is like a bad witch at ringside. Oh, my God. Walter. Burn her. She's a witch. Push it. Blue Lantern says, I love Vicky. Excuse me. Excuse me. Eric says, I got rain today. Yeah, that's good. Rain's good.
Next best thing besides snow.
Robbie's like, it's carnage in the ring. And Eric says, and a tornado watch. That's always a plus. Tornado watches. Walter says, Travis Cool Magnes, be careful, YouTube.
What?
Oh, the magazines. Cool magazines. Be careful.
Yeah,
and they aren't showing anything that you don't see on all the other social media stuff. Nah.
Yeah, they're not opened. And plus, the two of them aren't even bad.
Yeah, and they all have clothes on. Rick says, where's CM Punk? He is broken. And probably crying in the corner. Just kidding,
He'll
people.
Be back.
Chris says, saw the Mario movie today. Fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Really? Pico's like, oh no, so is it worth it? Is what worth it? What's happening?
The Mario movie.
Robbie's like, FTR are going. Are they leaving, Robbie? They're going to go away forever.
They're going to go to WWE?
Pico says, I don't know. I'm done with all that mess. What mess? What's the mess? Sophie says, hi, how is everyone? Great, Sophie. How are you? Blue Enter says, Brody King is boring. Why does Tony push him?
Brody doesn't get pushed. He's in a tag team.
He's in a trios team with 2 other guys, which the titles really mean absolutely nothing. So he says, there have a bunch of rewrites this past Monday, even when the show was being on. Yeah.
Wonder who would rewrite shows. That's weird.
Oh, wow, they had a bunch of rewrites while things were happening? That's so strange.
Sounds like a live event.
It sounds like Vince didn't want, Cody and what's-his-face to be friends. No way. I am not a nugget, Blackheart. Cool. Proof? How about the fact that Vicky's response showed who she actually is? Did you not read the fucking response? No. I don't go on social media and read absolutely garbage.
Her response was long. It was a long read.
Robbie's like, so Orange gonna make it to the top? And out here with that defensive USC? Yeah. So it was like the Seth Rollins segment was cut at the last minute. Not surprising.
I've seen that.
Oh, let's see. Pico's like, whoa, all caps, so aggressive. Like, chill, bro, it's only Wednesday. I was like, how's the Black holding it down with their faces? And Piccolo told you bless you as well.
Oh, thank you.
The person who's not a nugget, which they sound like they are,
What's
no
a
chill,
nugget?
that shit, blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Piccolo. I appreciate taking out the no chill person. Walter says, Danhausen is funny, very nice, very evil. Is he out there? Where is he? Where's Danhausen? Was he there?
I didn't see him.
Where's Danhausen? I don't see him. I thought he broke his arm.
Well,
oh, God.
Kassidy takes
This
them all
time
out.
he got to take him out because he got thrown by other people.
Right, because Brody King was out there and he's not strong enough.
So that helped him. That's probably good.
Uh-oh. Malachi's about ready to get beat by all 3 of them. Oh. 1, 2, and... Oh, he was kicking out at 2.
Robbie says, I'm sorry, your throat is bad. Bad. The badness. So if it says even though Raw was bad, it got 2.1 million viewers because everybody wanted to see what was going to happen. Pico says, remember when people you two come in and not push their agendas? Hot takes. I know, right? So weird. So it says, hopefully they give us a storyline reason for this Brock Lesnar heel turn that came out of nowhere. Sure. I was like, go on, D with the blue magazines. Oh, yeah, you know it. I was like, do you know they mean nothing? Blue Lantern says CM Punk was taken out with the garbage by the Young Bucks. Oh, those are fighting words with Peak Hole, my man. Walter's like, good wrestling on AEW, more matches. If they're still doing this one, Walter. They have a match going right. Oh, he's getting kicked in the knee ball. He's getting kicked in the shin.
Oh.
Those are devastating. Oh, man, like devastating kicks. And then he got
kicked him back. Black, right into a stunner. There's a tag. Up top. Oh, there she is in the back. Anna Jay wants to choke her out.
Yay, get her.
Hey, we got to see Anna Jay on the main show.
What? And she's not dead.
How fantastic
That's always
is
amazing
that?
when we know that.
I'm going to choke you out.
I'm going to choke you out. My fat ass and my bad attitude.
You spooky bitch.
That was just a weird.
It was funny, though.
It was hilarious, though. People's like, it's none of fucking business what happens in another adult's home. I am no better than anyone else, and I will judge anyone. Yeah, I won't judge anyone. Nice. So it says Vicky grows out or accused Vicky's new husband or baby, and Vicky chose her husband over her. That's great, Sophie. I'm glad that we're reiterating what somebody else already said in our chat that doesn't really matter, and I don't care. I don't care about the Me Too movement, my people. You're coming to the wrong person for that.
Is it Me Too or is it child stuff? How old was she? Like, I feel like I need to know information, not just what's on the surface.
Well, the problem of it is that information even real? And the reason why I can't take it as for factual stuff anymore is because how many of them said the things they said, and it wasn't even fucking true.
Right, but what
ruined people's lives for nothing.
If she was like 8 or something. That's what I'm getting at. Like, how old was this child?
On this cruise that this supposedly happened and didn't happen any other time. Just on this cruise is when it happened.
I don't know. Are you just making up facts?
No, I mean, that's what the comment was. That it was on this cruise that all of a sudden this happened. And it's like, oh, so it never happened ever any other time?
Right.
Just then? That's the only time?
I feel like I need all the facts before I even open my mouth about it is all.
It's just so weird.
2. Oh, we almost had him right there. Buddy Matthews.
It's right. D. Low-key knows wrestling. Let's see. Rick says Keith Lee is less than Uncle Drew. That says 53 more days till Roman hits 1,000.
And it's over. Buddy Matthews beats Trent.
Poor Trent. Well, we knew the House of Black was going to retain their Trios Championship, right? That makes sense.
That was the first match, even though it wasn't supposed to be the first match.
So, sorry about that, Walter. Your best friends and Orange Cassidy did not win. They lost.
Without a finisher. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah, no, it doesn't.
Teams usually have, like, some sort of a finish.
You would think, right? You would think that they would have some kind of a finish there somewhere.
Malleus Maleficarum.
Malphus Macarum. That's Bill Guy. Piccolo says, can we keep out of allegation? I know I love TMZ and the E channel, but come on, not here, right? Not in the safe space of TK. So he says, I wonder how many fans would be lost after the ending of Raw.
None.
I highly doubt it.
Oh, Christian's still there.
Oh my God, who is he with? Oh, look at your dinosaur dude. He's back.
Christian Cage.
I guess the dinosaur is back. Alrighty. And, weird. And interesting. Vindicator in the chat says, so Riho is probably not winning the title tonight, huh?
No.
Belt is almost as big as her entire torso. Piccolo says, I think the hashtag Fire Vince trending says it all, Sophie. But you know, it's none of my money. And Robbie's like, Sophie, stop. So he's like, a lot of talent over there are thinking about leaving because Vince is fully back in creative. Oh, fucking fantastic. They should, Sophie. All of them should just leave. Go.
Bye.
Leave. Get out. Bye-bye. Go find somewhere else to work for millions of dollars or how much they get paid. Fucking go.
Riho.
Get the fuck out.
She's going up against Jamie Hayter.
Leave. Blue Hunter says, would it be cool if Cody returns with the Young Bucks to beat the Bloodline? Or would it not be worth them leaving AEW?
Yeah, I don't think they're planning on leaving. The FTR, on the other hand.
It might be a little different.
We'll see how that happens after tonight.
It's Riho.
It is Riho. Huh. And now Jamie Hayter.
Isn't she our very first champion of all time?
I think so, yes.
I thought so. But maybe not. Let's see. Walter said, geez, pile driver, ouch on neck.
It was either her or Sheeta. I think it was her.
And Piccolo's like, cool story. Vindicator's like, they should have saved that match for Battle of the Belts anyway. And that show should be 2 hours instead of doing Rampage before it. Just little annoying things like that Tony Khan does at times. Yeah. Walter wants everybody to just talk AEW wrestling. Technically, Vicky Guerrero was AEW for a while,
yeah.
Walter, so it kind of is AEW wrestling stuff. It's just stuff that I don't really care about. So Robbie says, so the House of Black are the top faction?
No.
I guess. I
mean, they're the top trios team, but
I don't know.
The Elite is your top faction.
Are they? Walter was like, House of Black won. Boo. So he says, I think Roman will be on WWE TV for a while, and Charlotte Flair is taking another break like she did last year. Piccolo says, I wonder why they continue with the Battle of the Belts. I'm pretty sure it's not successful and just extra stress on people.
Right.
Walter's about the Luchasaurus. Right. And we're going to start up with Jamie Hayter and Riho.
Jamie gets rolled up on, too.
She got to be careful. Riho may be small, but she's wily.
Yeah. She's very small.
That's why she's wily. Woo, Walter's about the Luchasaurus. Rick says, who is the best dunker in the NBA of all time?
Probably Dominic Wilkins, be my guess.
Well, says, yeah, he's still got the mask and the brooding gimmick.
Dr. J was always fun to watch, too. But look at that, 2.
Walter's like, Riho for the win. Wow, Walter. You're very confident in that girl.
Ooh, Vince Carter. You put Vince Carter up there.
For the best dunker of all time in the NBA. Pickle's like, Rick, are you asking the chat? I think he is. Hassan says, hi there, guys. Hi, Hassan. Good to see you tonight.
That's it. Oh, Riho slips
Walter
right
says
out
Michael
of it.
Jordan. No,
He's
Walter,
good,
he wasn't a very good dunker.
Well, he's a great dunker. He just wasn't as good as some of the other guys.
Yeah. Sophie's about Jay White isn't interested in signing with the WWE now. Yeah, not at all, huh?
He's just on here. We just saw him. He debuted.
We saw him, Sophie, tonight.
He was on AEW.
In the very first
segment.
Stuff of
he beat up Ricky Stark.
Before somebody came in all crazy.
With Juice Robinson.
Juice! It looks like he should be in a cave somewhere. Trying to figure out fire.
The Neanderthal.
Piccolo says, I'm a Vince Carter fan. And Eric says,
that.
Chat and them. Piccolo says, but wow, that 16 dunk contest with Aaron Gordon versus Zach LaVine was outstanding.
Aaron Gordon could flat out fly.
So he says, do you think we will see a lot of big changes once the WWE UFC merger is complete?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to say the least. And I can't wait to see what they name the new company. Because they're not going to keep it the same name.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see how everything works out.
They're going to name the new company?
Mm-hmm. It's just not going to be Endeavor anymore. Because basically Vince is part of it.
Oh.
And so they said, well, do you know the name yet? And they're like, we're working on it.
Ah.
We should know in the next 4 or 5 months.
The new doing business as name under their main
how
thing.
It's going to be publicly traded.
Right.
Yeah. WWE is going to be WWE, and UFC is going to be UFC.
Right.
WWE's $9.3 billion. UFC's $12. They're
pretty close. Yeah, Harley says, is there any good metal fan fest to listen to?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Vindicator says, Jamie outfit kind of an eyesore tonight. Too much going on with those orange and purple colors.
Yeah, it's very, very, very bright.
How about that? Distractingly weird might be it. Robbie says, rolling like a little kid on too much sugar out, Riho winning. Chris says, the look on that dude's face when DMD showed up, you can literally hear the groans in the crowd. Tony Khan couldn't help himself, could he? It's basically the DMD show at this point.
Well, yeah, because she's the most popular woman on their roster. You got to get her out there.
Hated and liked. Walter says, go Riho. Jamie is a tough opponent. So he says, after Cody gets done with Brock, who knows how he will feud with next. Robbie says, so AEW on the fruit roll-ups tonight. Riho's really good at them. Piccolo says, Juices kind of reminds me of Biker number 3 on Sons of Anarchy. Never seen it, so I couldn't even make that comparison.
Right, so we knew Roman was going to take a break after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have another plan for him to have even a match. They don't even have a plan.
Yeah.
And so that's why a lot of people were thinking that he was going to lose and then let him go. But having him win is perfect. Like I said, the Bloodline story can hold its own. They can have Cody do what he's doing. They can have other stories build up. And then you saw how they got rid of the Usos, so you got a Jay story right there in the works.
Uh-huh.
If they want to break up the Bloodline, which they will eventually, but as of right now, they don't need to. And so Cody has to have a feud with somebody else. It's weird that it's Brock, because that means Brock's going to lose to Cody, and I don't like that, but it is what it is.
Well, somebody's got to, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
You should know.
I don't.
You've only watched for 4
I don't know.
years.
I have mixed, like, not really feelings, but mixed something about that whole stupid crap that they did. Let's see. Sophie's like, I wonder if AEW knew they had Jay White this whole time.
Don't know.
Sure. Vindicator says, Travis, who do you think it's the best pure wrestler between Riho and Asuka?
Asuka?
Chris says, which I don't have a problem with it being DMD show, but she always doesn't have to be out there. Well, considering that she's Jamie Hayter's, like, Jamie Hayter was under her and their little faction thing.
Yeah, the three of them.
It makes sense that she's there because that's their faction, right? Vindicator says, it's amazing how I like Riho so much more than her, and she does even less talking. Sophie says right now WWE won't be going back to the old pay-per-view format, but that could change at some point. Piccolo says, yes, Jay was kept in frozen cryogenic ice block, and they just melted him after WrestleMania just to show up tonight.
Yeah.
Right, Piccolo?
They're not going to do anything against Peacock right now because they're still under contract with them through next year, I believe.
Sophie says, I know whenever Tony Khan makes a major announcement, it never turns out that well. It doesn't turn out like an announcement. It's not major. It's
Wonder what
so
title,
stupid.
What title name he's changing tonight.
Right? That's like his announcements, right? Really weird, dumb stuff that make no sense.
Riho! There it is!
Blue
New
Lantern
champion!
Says, did you guys hear that? Rio just said she loves Blue Lantern. Oh, yeah? Did she? So besides Jay White was on AEW TV before. Yes, he did show up and do like a little segment before. Robbie says this match is better than 1 hour of Raw. Piccolo's like, yes, Sophie. Rick says the best anchor, in my opinion, is obviously Vince Carter. So he says there were no hints of a Brock heel turn before it happened this past Monday. No. Rick says Bro scored 50-point dunks back to back. Piccolo says, go on, Talitha. We know you fancy Cowboy Brock and think he's tractor sexy. So it's not about liking or not liking Brock, by the way. I don't know if I like him with what they did with his character, but it is Brock, so whatever. I don't know. I really just don't have any... Like, I walked away from it and just kind of was like, that was dumb. And moving on.
Went to bed and lived my life.
Like, I just didn't even... Oh! I didn't, like, rant about it. I didn't go, Jamie. Oh, my God, how could they? Or,
oh, God.
I'm not a fan anymore.
Riho just died. No, she kicked out.
It says intestinal fortitude. Robbie's like, Dee loves a bit of Bobby, too. Okay, Bobby Lashley. Of course, I like Bobby Lashley. I just feel like they've done him dirty, and I really seriously think they have fucked him over too many times. Ayla's in the chat. Hey, Ayla, good to see ya. Pico's like, sup, Ayla. Sophie says, Raw felt like a Vince-led show. Robbie says, Ayla hopping into chat to Sophie. Pico says, actually, oh, well, y'all don't remember Jay White in the main event of Forbidden Door.
Yeah, no, I do. I remember him being there. That's what I was going to say. He was in Forbidden Door.
Yeah, I thought he was in the Impact or New Japan one or whatever it was, the New Japan one, I thought. I thought he was from New Japan. And so I'm like, yeah, we saw him before when they were doing their weird crossover stuff. So I was like, yeah, he was there. Everybody was really excited. And he's like, my name's Jay White and I'm a switchblade. I like pull out blades on people and shank them in the parking lot.
Nope.
I'm pretty sure that's what he did.
Nope.
It was like, I love Brock with heart faces laughing. I don't know anything about characters. Chris says, not going to lie, but Riho looks cuter than usual. Never really noticed her until now.
Huh. She looks like a child to me. Oh, like a little one. She's 98 pounds.
Of course she looks like a child. She's 98 pounds.
Jamie Hayter looks good, though. She looks like she's been getting in better and better shape.
Oh, does she? I was like, Dee, say how you feel. I can't. People get all upset and then start using caps. Rick says, who's better, Larry Bird or Magic Johnson?
You know, both of their careers were cut short. Different positions. It's such a hard one to tell. I was a huge Magic Johnson fan, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask. Because I'll just say Magic. But I think Bird was a better shooter and Magic was a better passer.
So says what Brock did to Cody this past Monday is what he did to Cena when he first came back in 11.
Yeah. Another thing is Magic played with Hall of Famers. Bird played with good players, but not great players, and still won 3 championships.
Pico says, Chris, my stop. Oh, Walter says, hey, Ayla, and he's like, better e-girls on Twitch, my guy. Ayla's like, no, Robbie, I'm here for Dee and Fat Lisa, and obviously here for Walter, too. Pico's like, Ayla loves him, too. See, he the best. Walter says, Britt Baker DMD at ringside. Sophie says, I wonder if they always plan to do our Brock-Cody feud for after Mania.
Maybe. 1, 2. I think she's under the ropes.
She's all in the ropes. Like, not only is her upper body in the ropes, but her foot's on the ropes. She's all up in the ropes.
Her head's under the ropes.
Her head's in the ropes. Riho's using the ropes to give her a pin. I mean, come on, people.
That's why they changed the camera angle so you couldn't see it. Let's go, Jamie, Britt says, the cheerleader on the side. I was just going to put her in the Hurt Lock. Can she muscle her into it?
I don't know. Walter said that.
There it is, the Hurt Lock. She's got it locked in. Nope, Jamie flipped her over.
Robbie says, Ayla, did you enjoy the customers today? Blue Lantern says, shut up, Walter. Riho is taken. Just kidding. Piola says, all the caps. And Ayla's like, no, Robbie, I had to deal with ground beef today.
Oh, shit.
Had to wrap 60 pounds into half pounds for some.
Nope.
See you next Tuesday. Hey, that was me. Rude. Just kidding. Cameron's in the chat. Hey, Cameron, good to see you back. Says, I am back. You are back. Good deal.
Watching some AEW at home.
Sophie says, hopefully SmackDown after Mania actually feels like a Fallout show from Mania.
That's it. 1, 2, and 3. Jamie Hayter retains her title.
Rick says, who better, Steph Curry or Klay Thompson?
Steph.
Chris says, Pico, I'm not going for the e-girl look. I'm saying her as a Japanese. But again, I literally just looked at her face and noticed she doesn't look bad. Doesn't mean I like her. Blue Hunter says, after watching a Larry Bird Magic Johnson documentary, I don't think I'll ever like Larry Bird. It was pure positive nice guy versus angry, never smiles jerk.
Right. I can only imagine.
It was like, Chris, I bet you'd pull off the e-girl look. Pico's like, that's funny, because if you look up NBA at 50, both McHale and Parrish are names on that list as well. They're not just chopped liver. Janelle Jackson in the chat. Hey, Janelle, how's it going? So sorry I'm a little bit late doing spring cleaning. That's a good thing to be doing. It's all right. No apologies necessary for being late. We get it.
That Lakers team was my favorite. I was a little kid, and I would wear all the Lakers gear.
That's funny. Walter says, geez, who will win long match? Well, Jamie won.
Jamie did win.
Yep, and Walter says Jamie won. Okay, yeah,
it's
she
the
did.
Outcasts.
Feels like they're making this match stand out. Cameron's like, yep. And Sophie says LA Knight was supposed to have a segment at Mania, but they cut it for no reason.
So why are they saying she's not the champion?
I don't know. Ayla's like, you a beast, delete that. Just kidding, for real. That's 120 wrapped individual hamburger. Oh, I know. I know, bitch, I know.
Menard.
This guy.
Do you want to know what makes whose nipples hard?
What?
Well, obviously that's not going to happen, but...
What? Why are they... What?
Sat too much today, so my hips all hurt.
Why would they join them?
I have no idea. We'll listen to this. Listen! Just acclaim scissoring.
Jay asked me, it's just acclaim scissoring. That's hilarious. Yo, listen. Listen, yo. And Chris says, I'm good, but I pull an e-girl's hair too, though. Yeah, let's do it, Chris.
Look how wide the aisle is.
That's very wide, isn't it?
I wonder why they would do it so wide.
Maybe it was just their setup they did this time.
Maybe the fans were touching them or something.
Maybe. They want to fight.
Or is that a comb? It's a comb.
It's a comb, but it's a switchblade comb, so it could be considered a dangerous weapon. Today, Looks like Renee with Saraya and her ladies. Yep, Rick says, who better, Steve Austin or Rock? Sophie says, the big news from NXT last night is that they did a double turn. Did you watch NXT today while you were sitting?
No, but I watched a highlight or two.
Oh.
Cora Jade came back.
Yeah.
And Steiner or whatever, is it Braun Breaker?
Yeah.
He came out and was celebrating with whatever his name is, the new champion, and then he turned on him and beat him up. So he turned heel, which is great. He should have done that while he's champion. That would have made more sense.
To be a heel and turn on people and be mean?
Yeah, he would have held the title longer. If you're going to turn, do it right.
Yeah, do it right, people.
Do it right, or don't do it at all.
Do it right. Pico says, imagine that, a workhorse that doesn't need your admiration or likes. Walter's like, Jericho's group, boo. Cameron says, if anyone lives in Pensacola and is in chat, want to meet up? It's kind of creepy.
People do meetups all the time.
Don't do it, Pico. It sounds like a trap. Chris says, oh, PJK Saraya saying, but buy our shirts because low sales. Maybe. I wouldn't buy it. It was like my coworker asked if I could slice 30 pounds of turkey on top of that. I told him to F off, laughed, and walked away. True story. Nice. Pico says, oh, I guess you're asking this guy. Yeah. Chris was like, hell yeah, my boy Daddy Magic. Pico's like, yo, listen, yo. Robbie's like, oh, Saraya, she's so bad. Rick says, those guys are the rip-off Street Profits. No, honey, not those guys. The Acclaimed are not the rip-off Street Profits. That would be,
Private Party?
Private Party. They're the group that are the rip-off Street Profits.
They're very close to each other.
Yeah. Oh, Walter says, Ayla, be nice to your coworker. Don't take Walter's advice. Be as mean to your coworker as possible. You should probably attack him and burn him with cigarettes.
What the?
Pickle's like, have you seen the trailer for the George Foreman movie? Yes. Couple of them. Blue says, I hope Tony Khan's announcement is to release the footage of the Young Bucks kicking CM Punk's ass.
Yeah, I doubt there's footage.
Sophie says, it feels like the writers of the WWE took the night off Monday. Robbie says, Ayla, isn't the customer always right? And he is laughing at Walter. I work with men who like to pick on me. I have to stand up for myself, though. Shit. So, no, Robbie, they're not. And Sophie says, Braun Breaker is a heel and Carmelo is a face now, so I'm guessing they won't get the main roster call-up for a while.
Yeah, it's weird. And Carmelo cheated to win, and he's a baby face. Doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's just, it's bad. It's poor writing.
That's stupid, Shawn Michaels. It's probably because his eyes are crossed. That's probably why he couldn't write it right. Jesus Christ. Walter's like, okay, good for you. Chris says, Daddy Magic is the real daddy ass. Pickle's like, did Billy Gunn ever face Swagger back in the E before?
No, he wasn't there when Swagger was there.
Chris says, LOL, MJF, Cuck Day. And so he says the George Foreman trailer is kind of like that Mike Tyson movie. It was like Fat Lisa is going to be on the next 48. I know, right? Sounds like a trouble. What you mean? Chris Hansen cameras and ish? No. First 48 type of trap. So have you seen the Barbie trailer?
No, I could have watched it, but then I thought I might have to watch the show. I'm just not a fan of that Margot Robbie.
She's okay for certain things, but I don't ever want to see her as Barbie.
She doesn't
ruin my life.
Boobs unless they put fake boobs in.
Oh, they're probably going to try to make her, like, not ergonomically correct. Or make her, anybody can be Barbie. Crap. People's like, that, and Sophie says that, and Cameron says, yeah, it's a trap. I knew it. I knew it, Cameron. I knew it.
Trap.
Just trying to lure people in from Pensacola with candy and puppies and stuff. Robbie's like, look, you're not accommodating. Chris says Private Party are rip-off, but they have better theme song. Nobody said they didn't have better parts to them. I'm just saying that they're, like the Street Profits, though. Because, like, Yo Ayla, Mobile and Birmingham, Alabama is seriously focused on First 48 almost too much. Well, somebody's got to tell their stories. P-Cola, somebody. Blue says Breaker turned heel. I'll have to check it out. I haven't watched NXT since
A
LA
Man
Night
and
left.
His Music. This is a new series.
Also, Private Party was a team before the Street Profits, but I do love Montez Ford. Wish he would go solo.
Yeah, he will eventually. Why is there a band?
Why is this happening in my life right now? I don't get it. I don't like it. Are they having a celebration?
No.
Oh, it's MJF stuff. That's what's going on. Okay. Sophie says there was no mention of Bayley during the Damage Control match. Eric says, what's better, Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber?
Rumble?
Royal Rumble? Yeah, Elimination Chamber.
Royal Rumble. It's my favorite show.
Sophie says John Cena is actually in the Barbie movie. Chris says Barbie trailer was meh. And Pico is like, oh, she's amazing for certain things, but yeah, not for Barbie, right? Like, I mean, I don't mind Margot Robbie in some of the stuff that she's done. Like, she's good, and she's done a really good job at it. But for Barbie, yeah, fuck no. No, thank you. I will pass completely on anything of that nature. Vindicator's like, oh, geez, these public figures with the same old tired PSA, work hard, get some recognizing, and enough people will kiss your butt to give you a key to the city. Barf. It was like my first 48. My bad. First 48. That's fine. The first 48, next 48, all the 48s. It's good. It's magical and long. Oh, is this his hometown? Is this where he's from? Is that in New York or New Jersey?
It's in New York.
Oh, okay.
Long Island, New York.
So it says, do you think they will have Roman appear at the next few pay-per-views?
No. At least not the next one. Scooby-Dooby.
Pickle. Is he trying to be what's-his-face? It is. Isn't that what's-his-face? Song?
Sinatra? I have no idea.
Isn't that a Sinatra song? I'm pretty sure it's a Sinatra song.
I just know it's on Elf. That's how I know the song.
Hey! Everybody out there watching this crapple of AEW MJF talking and singing right now. Is this... What's his face?
Sinatra?
Is this Sinatra?
I don't think it is.
Is this a Sinatra song?
I don't think it is!
Somebody tell me. I need to know. People says I knew a buddy who always searched on Backpage's website for meeting new people to get murdered. I'm just kidding. He was like, Robbie, I did the ground beef order, my dude. I'm just complaining. Sophie's like, when we hit King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view, Roman would hit 1,000 days. Pico says, I've never seen The Legend of Tarzan all the way through, but I remember she was in it. I didn't remember that, so I must not have watched it enough. Blue says Dylan Mulvaney could be the new Barbie. Oh, I gotta go, guys. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Is he gonna punch this guy at the end?
Bye, Blue. Thanks for that good joke there. Nasty. Have a good night, Blue. Pico's like, MJF is a crooner. What the fuck? Ayla's
He's got a whole crowd cheering for him.
I was like, Ayla, you're awesome.
He's got to do something to screw it up, right?
Well, of course he does. Because he's a bad guy. Rick says MJF becoming a 50s band. Yes.
Look, high-fiving everybody.
Riva, you're dyslexic.
Uber babyface moves here.
Uber. Sophie says it'll be interesting how Cody gets his rematch against Roman. There are two ways, the King of Ring or Money in the Bank. Chris says MJF trying to outdo the Miz WrestleMania video. Rick says this turned into wrestling into a musical concert. Yes. Robbie's like, what song? I don't know. Watch
Panties from Heaven?
AEW.
I swear that's what he said.
Panties? Pennies from Heaven?
Is it Pennies from Heaven?
Pico says he's bringing back Swing, who has the band Squirrel Nut Zippers or the Mighty Boss Stones. I had one of those, but I don't remember which. Vindicator says, so Dynamite has done 3 solid matches and 1 nice promo. This is how a show should unfold. A reasonable balance of action and entertainment.
There's been 2 matches. The first one didn't count.
Pico's like, ska was a thing. I like to forget. So
right.
does Travis.
You know, I never really liked that, but I did like Sublime. And they were way deep into that stuff.
They did do some good songs, though.
But Sublime had some really great stuff when they weren't scawing it up.
So if he says, I kind of feel bad for all the talent Triple H brought back since they might get released again.
This is the mayor.
The mayor?
The mayor.
The mayor? What was that? How'd that song go again? Can you do some words out of it?
Pennies from heaven for you and me.
Oh, that's it?
Every time it rains, it rains.
Mm.
He's going to give him a key.
Yeah, it was a Frank Sinatra song called Pennies from Heaven. Well, at least I got to answer my own damn questions since nobody else would answer it for me. Bastards. What good are you people?
Look at the key.
It's a Long Island, New York, big fat weird key. That's really nice of him. He's a mayor of Long Island.
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That sounds weird. Why is he there? This is so strange.
He's giving him the key to the city.
Why?
This is MJF Day in Oyster Bay.
Ayla's Mr. Attractive. People's like, no doubt. Ayla's like, the mayor? And Robbie's like, yeah, the mayor. And Sophie's like, it will be interesting when the UFC AEW merger happens. Yeah, totally, Sophie. Good thing you repeated yourself from earlier of asking him and saying how interesting it will be. Robbie says, yeah, I thought it was Frank Blue Eyes. Yeah, it was. It's Frankie Sinatra. Too bad nobody answered
I'm pretty sure it's not him on Elf. So somebody might have redone it.
It was probably Michael Bubble. Bubble.
Bublé.
Yeah, that guy. People's like, my stepsister was into NOFX. Y'all remember them?
Nope.
Who's NOFX? Is that like an acronym for somebody? Sophie says, never heard of ska. Yeah, a lot of people haven't, Sophie.
It's like trumpets.
It's like Mexican music, but different. More heavy metal-ish. It was like, yes, you have, Sophie. Somebody's like, Comcast was almost in the running to buy WWE, but were they? Robbie says, but that version is Louis Prima.
Jungle Boy has a girlfriend with a wandering eye and a boyfriend with a tiny little penis.
That's funny. And probably true. Ooh, childhood year. Rick says MJF is weirder than Vince having a crush on Trish Stratus. He's a different type of person.
He's MJF 24/7.
ADD. Harley's like, how come into metal music? What? What do you mean, how come into metal music? We were talking about Frank Sinatra, for God's sakes. Well, I guess that was metal music. His song was about pennies, so.
Penny from Heaven.
Pennies from Heaven was the name of the song.
Every time it rains, it rains. In his last shows that he was doing, he was on tour and he was playing big stadiums. And
you're going to tell me the story about when he forgot some of the words to his song, and then there was a guy in the audience that like said something and like told him everything, took it on or something.
He just said it's okay.
And then after that, for 2 years, he went and sang and never had a problem again for like 2 more years of his life and tour and did fabulous and everything. Frank Sinatra, by the way, guys. Like they thought he was going to have to retire because he came up. I can't remember the words of the song and stuff like that, and he'd get confused and stuff like that. And
they just told him it's okay.
Yeah, the guy was like, yeah.
And he relaxed. That's what stress does to you. Can you hear me, Long Island?
So Bing Crosby sang "Pennies from Heaven" first in 1936. Then Pennies. Then Frank Sinatra did it in 1956. And then Paul Anka did it in 2013. It was a song by Louis Prima. And it was pop.
So Bing Crosby did it first?
It was recorded in 1936 by Billie Holiday and afterwards performed by Doris Day, Arthur Tracy, Tony Bennett, Dinah Washington, Clark Terry, Big Joe Turner, Lester Young, Dean Martin, Gene Amos, the Skyliners, Legion of Mary, Guy Mitchell, and Harry James, supposedly.
It's a lot of people.
Along with Frank Sinatra. Lots of information. There you go. Lots of stuff about Pennies from Heaven. I just thought it was whatever the Rat Pack song. I figured the Rat Pack did it. So Frank Sinatra and all those guys. Excuse me. Rick says AEW Championship is way better than WWE. What? Don't be a stupid bitch.
I like it because the belt's cooler because it's a heavyweight title instead of Universal or WWE.
True.
They should call it the Heavyweight Championship.
Pickle says he used to swing dance to the music. Yeah. Why does your stream be bugging? What's bugging? What's it doing? Rick says, Ravi, I knew it wasn't just me. Pickle says, it had a small window maybe between 95 and 01. It was like, love me some metal music. Pickle's like, Ayla, who's your Mount Rushmore of metal bands? Chris says MJF Hall of Fame speech. MJF, sorry. Ayla says Lamb of God, but I guess it depends on your definition of metal. Ayla says, I did tell you Louis Prima did that jazzy version. Yeah.
I'm better than you and you know it.
Yeah, I totally know it.
Oh,
not.
He broke his stand. Dick move.
So it says, did you see the trailer for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and Blue Beetle?
No.
It says, what do you call a whale with no pants?
San Diego.
Rick says, all right, I'm going AEW weird, so bye. All right, Rick.
It's definitely weird.
It's definitely weird if you've never seen it. If you watch it from the beginning, it's a little bit different.
Who's going to screw it up? Jungle Boy?
Maybe. Somebody's got to. Rick, yeah, but thanks for coming out and trying to hang with us tonight. We really appreciate it. We're going to be back. That's Jungle Boy for sure. Or what's his face? Because it's definitely
Darby.
not a band guy.
Is it Darby?
No, it's Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy.
But well, hopefully we'll see you on Friday for SmackDown.
Jack Perry get beat up.
Ayla's like, Ravi, your mom, Ravi? People's like, Ayla, it's funny, I want to try to get back into new metal bands. So he's like, AEW did hire 2 former people that worked for the WWE today. Ravi says, Free Willy. Oh, God. And Ayla's like, that's her name? I think so. Ravi's mom's name is Free Willy. That's crazy. Sophie says, I don't know that many metal bands.
I don't know if I know any metal bands anymore.
What would your Mount Rushmore of metal bands be?
What?
Name 4.
I guess it depends on what's metal.
Right? That's exactly what Ayla said. She said Lamb of God, but I guess it depends on your definition of metal.
I mean, is metal like Black Sabbath?
I don't know. That's when you need fucking Luke in here to tell you what it is.
So you'd go with like Black Sabbath. Obviously, Ozzy Osbourne's got to be on it.
Right?
Then Metallica. So Lars, I guess. Because you just... If it's Mount Rushmore.
Right.
Oh. There's 2. That's all I got.
Why in the heck is the staff like freaking doing that anyways?
Oh, he gave him his belt.
Should have just let him go to beat him up.
Sammy Guevara have a match? He looks like it. You're
sure,
not the
buddy.
next world champion.
You aren't even a champion anywhere in your own home, so you just think about it for a minute. Oh, gosh. Robbie's like, Ayla, I hear you walk around the house with no pants. And Pickle's like, this guy, Alex Hefner on YouTube, he spotlights some new bands. You ever heard of Bad Omen or Sleep Token? I feel like I've heard of Bad Omen before. So he says, does Linkin Park count as metal? It was like, that's so cool, Robbie. Your mom sounds awesome, especially when her name is Free Willy. The Nicator says, Travis, was there a Mrs. Benedict in Idaho in your heydays? What? Mrs. Benedict? What?
Like a teacher?
What are you talking about, Ben? Mrs. Benedict? What are you talking about? No, seriously, that's like the most random thing I think you've ever put in our chat. Besides getting mad and calling people names and swearing, that was pretty random. Pico's like, Slipknot has got to be metal, right? I don't know, dude. Like, right? Robbie's like, Ella, enjoy flashing your gash, Ayla. Sophie's like, I know bands, but I don't know what their genre is. Vindicator says, such a random pulled name by Maxie, plus the whole bitch insult is so predictable and played out, but otherwise better than any promo on Raw in the last 2 months outside the Bloodline stuff. Was it something that he said? Maybe he was talking when he was talking about his childhood in Jersey. Were you quoting something that MJF said about Mrs. Benedict? That's funny.
There goes. Sammy slides through.
He couldn't get out of his ring jacket in time.
Damn, Sammy got air.
Hey, it's Commander. I wonder why
they didn't show it better angle than that.
Commander, what's his face? Commander Cool.
Commander Aziz.
We got Commander Cool out here. That's nice. So it says, do you think MJF will lose the championship at some point? Well, yeah, at some point. Everybody kind of does. Chris says, title too big for Sammy. Robbie says, MJF pissed tonight. Pico's like, sometimes it's just good just to listen to bands and not put them into a genre. Exactly. It was like, depends on your definition, because back in the day, those bands were metal. I guess death metal is different, not sure.
Yeah.
Pico says, what's the main event here tonight?
FTR is wrestling the Guns, would be my guess, is the main event.
Right. Sophie says about Limp Bizkit. Glowing blueprint in the chat. Hey, Glowing says fire vents. Yeah. Chris says Commander Aziz. Sophie says right now, which show is better to watch, WWE Raw or AEW?
Raw.
They're just different.
But they are different.
They're just on different levels of different stuff.
AEW seems to move a little bit quicker, but it's also an hour less of wrestling.
Robbie says Ayla still listens to some 41. Glowing says Vince sucks. I hate him so much. Pico is like, anyone listen to Ginger?
Is there a redhead?
Chris says lots of people like Commander when he faced ROH versus Hijo de Vikingo in ROH. Okay. Vindicator's like, yeah, that's why his rant about some teacher of his named Mrs. Benedict who gave him a hard time. I wonder if Travis had a teacher like that. Oh. Did you have a teacher that gave you a hard time? Definitely not a Mrs. Benedict, but a teacher like Mrs. Benedict.
So most of my teachers loved me. I'm trying to think if I had a teacher that didn't like me. My weights coach in high school didn't like me. But it was a dude. Because I always tried to lift too heavy.
Yeah.
And tried to kill myself a few times. Doing like clings, like power clings, hang clings.
Oh.
I almost fell over backwards with a weight on my chest.
Yeah, don't do
that. But, so Jim would get upset about that stuff, but he was also my football coach, and he liked me for that rate, like on the football field, just not in the weight room. Like he had to watch me.
Sophie says it sounds like they are setting up a fatal 4-way match for the next pay-per-view. Ayla says, I listened to a little of everything, though. Y'all should listen to the Devil Makes 3, not metal, kind of folk bluegrass. Robbie says, Sammy getting paid no entrance. Ayla says, I used to jam to some 41. Walter says, Commander for the win. Sophie says, what was Tony Khan's major announcement? Haven't seen one yet.
We haven't seen it yet.
Walter says, boo MJF, his key to New York. Pico says, nothing wrong with listening to what you grew up on, but it's nice to expand. Unfortunately, I get back to my wheelhouse of the 80s to 2000s. Sophie says, what age did you start to hate going to school every day? I think I was 15 or 16.
I don't know if I ever did.
What's a pard?
That's where all my friends were.
I don't know what pard means, Robbie, so.
Pard?
Yeah, P-A-R-D, pard.
I mean, a par means even.
I get that. But he's saying Sammy getting pard, no interest because it's not paid, so it's pard. It wasn't a malfunction of his keyboard issue, but it is a malfunction of his English speaking skills. So whichever one we want to go with. Have no idea what it means in your weird world. No, yeah. Well, Sammy is great AEW wrestler, but good luck, Commander. Robbie says, D, do you ever make savory pies? No, I don't make savory pies.
Yeah, like potato or something?
Yes, like potato pie. Like cinnamon pie. I don't make savory pies. I don't make, like, chicken pot pie or anything like that. I don't even make pies very often, so.
You gotta ground an athlete.
Yeah. Gotta ground him. So he was like 5, Sophie. I was 5. When he hates going to school every day. You haven't even been going. You don't like it. You're like, I hate finger painting, bitches. Not going to kindergarten today. Finger paints for fools, bitches. People was like, I don't recall any of that. I was just a time of your life. So he says he used to like going to school, but I kept getting made fun of by my classmates, and I started to hate going to school. Oh. Yeah. People says it's incredibly true that once you get older, the circle of friends you have gets smaller and smaller.
Well, it's because you got to just be around people that you trust.
It's funny, Pico, I don't even have a circle of friends, so that makes it even better. Didn't have one then, and I don't have one now. Sophie says, when I went to high school, sometimes the teachers give us homework for the holidays in summer. Yeah. Because I hate to leave this Mother's Day this month. It's April. No.
It's May.
It's in May. It's in May. I think it's May 11th
it's the second Sunday usually, I think.
I think it's on the 11th, maybe.
Father's Day's the third Sunday.
Yeah. Well, so it's good moves tonight, AEW. Great wrestling. Yeah. Great wrestling.
Great wrestling. General or Commander, whatever. Nobody's home, but he lands on his feet.
Commander,
is that gonna be like a coup de grace or something?
Give him the cool, Commander cool.
Nobody's there. Wisely gets back in. The Phoenix Splash. He got a 2 count.
What is happening?
It's a dance routine.
Oh, well, that's about what it looks
This kind of wrestling I'm not a fan of because it's just choreographed. I don't like choreographed wrestling.
So it says schools in York End and into June when it's very hot and no air conditioning. People says, I may post some garden pics for you guys to see on Instagram.
Woo!
Yeah, I want to see it. Do you ever get alligators in your garden? Are you in an area where you may get alligators? Do you have iguanas where you're at? In your garden area?
Or do you just have monkeys with it, like diseases? Hepatitis.
Do you have the hepatitis monkeys in your area?
What's the other disease? The herpes.
Herpes. That's what they have. They have the herpes. The herpes monkeys. Pico says the rest of the week I need to mow the grass once more and put down some fertilizer and grass seed.
Yes.
Grass seed. So he says in the summertime when it's hot in New York, it's so much hotter than Florida. Pico's like, sure. No, not even close.
All the black
Damn it, Picola. I was hoping you had something fun and amazing besides just your gardening. I thought you had live lawn ornaments instead of fake ones.
Do you have pink flamingos?
Do you have flamingos? Like real ones?
Oh, Sammy screwed up, but he got him. It's over. Sammy gonna end it. 1, 2, and 3. It's over.
Oh, there you go.
Sammy.
Why is Tony getting in the ring? This is weird.
I don't like it.
It's so strange.
He slipped.
Pickle's like, sometimes chickens and hens on the road over. Oh. Little dinosaurs, huh? Mm-hmm.
Little T-Rexes.
Rob is like, pard means being ignored, brushed aside, being disrespected. Oh. Well, that's good. Why didn't you just say that? Sammy getting no disrespect on his entrance. Yeah. Disrespectful entrance. Walter says Sammy won. Darby Allin looking at rafters like Sting. Yeah, looking on in the rafters. Piccolo is like, look, it's Tony Baloney.
So are they going to do like a fatal 4-way with these pillars?
Oh, but what's his face has to be involved. That's weird. Well, as the champion. Is it because he can't catch his breath? Is that why he has to take such long breaks between what he's saying?
Panting.
Oh, Jesus.
I had your bait. Helped you win.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
This guy is annoying. Sophie's like, to our shows always flabba fast, and Robbie's like, that finisher was quality.
Yeah.
Was that really a finisher, though?
He slipped.
He almost slipped, killed himself and the other guy. Seems unsafe. He's
Who?
Max.
Who?
Maxwell, whatever.
You were Cody's friend.
What? I feel like somebody's just talking to feel like they can make themselves relevant with things that will never be relevant for them.
A tough watch here. Unless Sasha shows up. I broke up with my girlfriend here.
I pretended to like get engaged to my fiance here, and then I broke up with her after the fact. I've been engaged
twice since I've lived here.
I was like Sammy doing Sammy things. Sophie says, if you are in AEW talents, get a championship belt. Pico says, I need to get some grub soon. You need to get some grub, man. I was like, it's not ballet, D. It's AEW. Really? Are you sure? Looks like it's choreographed just like a ballet show, so. It's like jelly beans? Where? Where are the jelly beans? No jelly beans. It was like, no, I zoomed in. Reese's Pieces? Reese's Pieces? No. The Reese's peanut butter eggs. Easter candy. If we're talking about what I'm eating.
All ego, Ethan Page.
Robbie says, save some for Ayla. Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you on Friday for SmackDown. Bye, Walter.
Marko.
Ayla's like, night, Walter. Chris is like, Sammy, if anyone knows about cheating, it's you. Literally. Exactly. Panji is in the chat. Hey, Panji. Hey, how's it going? Vindicator says, God dang it. Get him out. Get Sammy out of wrestling. He brings no value in. Take the a-hole society with you, except for Matt Menard and Anna Jay. Matt Menard and his partner. Those guys are pretty funny.
Yep.
They're fine. It was like eggs laughing. I tried. Your computer is blocking it. That's fine. Yeah. They're just some, Reese's peanut butter eggs.
Common purple tags.
Pico says, take care, Walter. Have a good night. And Robbie says, Sammy will kick Kark versus Darby. Will he? When they choreograph it just right. Chris says Matt Menard world champ before douchebag Sammy. Isn't he in a tag team?
Who?
Matt Menard?
Yeah. With Daddy Magic and then the other guy.
Matt Menard's Daddy Magic.
Yeah, and then the other guy. Yeah. They came out already. They're going to team up with the Acclaim.
Chris says Sammy gives us here in Texas a bad name for you, Sammy. So he says WrestleMania is one of those pay-per-views I wish I could see live in my life. Well, you should. It was like, I want to make the peanut butter and those things. Ha, never tried. It was like, save up and go, Sophie. And Pickle's like, LOL, that's even worse. What's worse? What? What, Pickle? What's worse? What is it? The double stacked cheeseburger from Sonic. Don't go to Sonic. You'll be in the waiting line for like 45 minutes, Piccola.
Is it busy?
Remember when Piccola was on here with us one time and he's like, I went to Sonic to get like a milkshake or something. Because I've been in line for 45 minutes. Oh, I was like, take Ayla with you. No. Ayla's not going to go to her WrestleMania. You guys are insane. Feels like literally, Sophie, it's no big deal. Maybe try going to one of the other pay-per-views. It was like, I don't like going to Sonic in town. The staff sucks here. What? Why do they suck? What'd they ever do to you? What do you mean? So it says, expect a lot more advertising during the pay-per-view like we got at Mania moving forward. Oh, yeah? Yeah? Why?
Here comes the hooker.
Yay, hooker. Yeah, it says, I don't watch wrestling. And Pico's like, oh, I was mentioning Sammy being from Texas. Oh. That's funny. Riley's like, D, what is a good burger in your standards? Homemade. Or a Swiss mushroom burger with sauteed onions. It's a good hamburger right there. Ayla says, I actually haven't been in years because of the staff, but they're probably all gone now. Ayla, sure. I'm pretty sure that's probably, yeah.
They have like a 6-week turnover. She's like, I'm never going back there.
I'm never going back there. I haven't been in there in years. The staff sucks immensely. I'm never. I was like, Sonic. What about it? Pickle's like a big mama burger. The only thing I ever get from Sonic is their tater tots, and I ask for them like to be extra crispy. I get their limeade, their limeade because it's like a lime Ricky from this place.
All right, here we go.
Arctic
Ethan
Circle.
Page and Hook, and the match has started.
Delicious.
It's official.
And yeah.
Can Ethan beat Hook? Basically, are they going to let Hook lose? No.
No. And sometimes they're mozzarella sticks because they're pretty good. But I actually like Arby's mozzarella sticks
There it is.
better.
He's getting thrown immediately.
And their shakes aren't too bad. Rory's like, Sonic. Pico's like a big mama burger. What do you mean a big mama burger? What is that?
Sounds like something out of a gas station. Large Marge sent you.
A big mama burger? Is that like a type of burger from a place around there, Picola? Pickle says, pink in the middle. What kind of cheese? No pink in the middle. I don't like my hamburger not well done.
Yeah, I'm definitely one that likes it cooked all the way through.
I've tried it pink in the middle. I don't like the texture of the burger. It has nothing to do with thinking I'm going to get sick or anything like that. I don't like the texture. It has a really weird texture to it, and so I don't like it. I do not enjoy it at all.
All right, Ethan Page.
So I have a hard time with that.
Doing jumping jacks or something. I don't know exactly what he's doing there. Pick him up. Drops him down. Spinning neck breaker. No. Hook. Doesn't exactly know what he's doing yet.
The kind of cheese depends on what burger I'm eating. Like I said, Swiss mushroom burger, definitely Swiss cheese.
Isiah Kassidy.
So he says with Raw this week, we didn't get that much wrestling across all 3 hours. Robbie says smash burgers are the best. Robbie, I don't mind smash burgers. This place called Freddy's has them. Pretty good.
Matt Hardy just hit Ethan Page in the face.
He totally got his own man.
They're going to put him with him, aren't they? He's already out. They're doing a 3. There it is. It's over. Ring the bell.
That's so weird and dumb.
That was a 2-minute exactly match.
Is that Matt Hardy's way of trying to get away from that group?
I guess.
With his buddy, the wannabe Street Profits?
Well, the other guy's hurt. Marq Quinn.
Oh, is he hurt again? Wasn't he the one that got hurt before?
No.
Oh, I thought he got hurt before one time, too. I know that Dante Martin's brother was hurt that one time for a while.
No,
and then I thought his guy was hurt one time, too, when he was with Matt Hardy a while ago.
Look at this.
What?
They just fired Ethan.
I don't think they fired him. I think they finally left. Because he didn't want to be in this group in the first place. Let's see. It says, first they literally ignored us for a long while. Finally drove up to the last window and honked. And that other time, the guy picked his nose and finger after my cup. So we drove away. I watched him. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, hey, here's your announcement, guys. What is it?
It's happening. He's in the back with the British man. He speaks Ravi.
He speaks
Ravi, you should be able to understand him. Fact.
He is so awkward.
AEW Allin in London, England.
So there you go, guys. It's London, England.
What day?
August 27th. Visionary Pioneers. It's that
Cole.
moron who's not even from England.
That's a big stadium.
Wembley Stadium! Robbie, you better get your fucking tickets now so you can go to AEW and see all your best friends.
Bye-bye.
Sophie's like, Vince ripped up a lot of scripts this past Monday. Oh, did he? Were you back there watching him do it, Sophie? Wow. Robbie's like, you went for just that? Yeah. Sophie's like, this Friday is a true test of Vince is truly back in charge of creative. Ayla says, you shouldn't eat hamburger ground beef is not like steak. I promise it's not safe. Ayla, it is safe as long as you are grinding it from the exact same cow. If it is from one cow and one hunk of meat, you are totally fine.
Yeah, if you're grinding it yourself, it's all safe.
It's totally safe that way. It's not safe when it's ground from multiple different cows, multiple different meats, and a possibility of putting brains in it. That's where you have the problems, and you don't want the cross-contamination. That's why you want to cook it all the way. But if it's from one cow, it's fine.
You don't want any nervous system in it.
Yeah.
Because there's little parasites that can limit it.
Robbie says, is that right? Chris says Logan Paul versus Hook. Yeah. Robbie's like, what sauce? What sauce? What are you talking about, Robbie?
Barbecue.
What kind of sauce? Like on a hamburger? I don't know. I guess it depends on what you like. I'm a mayo girl, so. It's like hamburger comes from different cows and different parts of the cow. Steak comes from one cow, one spot, just saying eat at your own risk. It was like the health inspector told me stuff about hamburger chilling. Yes. Chris says Nigel is all elite. Pico's like, nice to see Nigel McGuinness back in ROH. Who's Nigel McGuinness?
That guy.
Was that the guy?
The British guy.
That British guy?
Yeah, he was in NXT for a while.
Oh. Robbie says, what did we just witness?
AEW is going to London, England.
Ella says, although pink chicken, totally chill. Yeah, or just raw. Just eat it raw, right? Vindicator says, Tony Khan is so creepy in front of the camera. Does he blink? I mean, does he blink at all? Like, I seriously don't think he blinks.
Cocaine doesn't allow you to blink.
Oh, cocaine. That makes sense. Justin Martinez in our chat. Hey, Justin says, do you think Cody Rhodes should get another shot at the Undisputed Universal Championship?
Yeah, probably right around SummerSlam, I would assume.
Chris says, finally they added All In. That's what the original ROH pay-per-view. So now they have a proper pay-per-views. All In, Double or Nothing, All Out.
It's in August, so are they not going to do that, the split one with Japan?
I don't know. I don't know. That's weird. Forbidden Door one. Maybe they'll do it a different time. I don't know. It says, well, most of the time it's not the same cow. We don't grind the same cow. We have a health inspector. Just everything is technically safe. Still has a higher risk of problems is what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying that's not true, though. I'm just saying that you can be fine with eating pink hamburger as long as it is ground from the same piece of meat. If it is one piece of meat from one cow, you have a better chance of not getting sick from eating, like, not fully cooked hamburger than you do from just going to the store, getting hamburger and cooking it pink in the middle. So, yeah.
Cook it.
Pico says, hello. Travis says England like it's Inglewood. We were just making fun of it, Pico. He doesn't say it normally like that. It was because I was saying it that way. I was like, England. Oh, England. I have a feeling that the reason why Adam didn't say it is because I think he was worried he was going to say it weird. Because Tony Khan said it weird the whole time he fucking said it.
England?
Like, he was saying England. When he was saying it, Tony Khan, so I was like, eh.
I get it from Austin Powers, because that's how they say it on there. The U.S. General, when they're first thawing him out.
Uh-huh.
We're in London, England,
yeah. It says, I wouldn't risk it unless it was proven to me it's the same cow. Haha, scares me. I can't even touch raw chicken without a panic attack. Y'all stronger than me. No, I understand, Ayla. No, like, I don't eat pink hamburgers. So even if I knew it was from the same cow, it wouldn't matter. I still wouldn't eat it. Not because I think I'm going to get sick.
Who the fuck are these guys?
But it's because I don't like the texture of it at all. Like,
this is like the riffraff. Why are they doing this?
To make you question their antics and
seen.
Stupidity.
3 nobodies against Jon Moxley, Claudio, and the other nobody.
Yeah.
So 4 nobodies and 2 somebodies.
Chris says, All In is the equivalent of ECW One Night Stand 05 great wrestling pay-per-view.
It was so good. I had so much fun watching that. That'd be cool if they could bring back that Matt Ryan guy or whatever. He'd come out with all the condoms again.
Was he the one that dick flipped everybody? It was like, I'm all about rare steak, though. Yeah? I'm all about the rare steak, too. I don't mind the texture of that. Yum. But even pink hamburger is kind of gross.
I made hamburger out of a steak, and it wasn't very good.
No, it was really kind of gross and weird.
It wouldn't even hold together.
I don't know if it just, maybe it just
didn't have enough
fat.
Yeah, I needed something more fatty, even though it was prime rib, or well, not prime rib. Well, prime rib would be another word for it.
There's ribeye steak.
Ribeye.
Chris says Joey Ryan. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Joey.
Joey Ryan.
Dude, I never laughed harder in my life. I honestly thought I was going to have a heart attack. I laughed so hard for so long that it started hurting.
It says, I will remember to not have Ayla make me a burger. Don't want to end up in a box in her garden. Why? She makes hamburgers that are fully cooked. What are you talking about, Robbie? Now, if you're talking about steak and you don't like rare steak, then you probably don't want to come to my house either. Chris says, wonder if Tessa Blanchard will be at All In. Although she is still blacklisted for wrestling, so my guess is no.
It'd be cool to see her show up somewhere, though, because I feel like she could be a force. And if WWE wanted to take a risk with her, I think it would work.
Can't even tap because they ended the match and...
It ended a while ago.
Oh, what? I don't even know what's happening. Oh, God.
Oh.
gross and weird. Did you just call him Castanoli?
Castronoli or something. Do you?
Oh my God, these people make me want to throw up. Oh, Jesus.
You know how to make Daniel Bryan popular?
Put him in a dumpster?
You know how to make Adam Cole popular?
Put him in a dumpster.
No.
Damn it.
You only have one of them on your roster.
Oh.
You got to have the one little guy that, takes on all odds and comes out ahead. But you can't have a whole roster of them.
Right.
Then they're just normal. They're average. Everybody in there's the same.
Right. Ayla says, Ravi, I'll make you apple pie with extra seeds.
Paige.
And then serve it to him with cheese. Ravi's like, I like my steak pink. Oh, yeah? You're a medium kind of person?
Is he going to join him
Or
too?
a medium well? Vindicator says, I can't stand when squash matches are done on Dynamite, Rampage, Raw, or SmackDown. Justin says, what's your opinion on this? Do you think Roman Reigns cheated during the title match against Cody Rhodes?
Do I think he cheated? No, he didn't do anything. Solo cheated.
Did he cheat specifically?
No.
Did people that are in his little side group cheat for him to win? Yeah. Yeah, they fucking did. Yeah, they did.
But he didn't cheat. For all I know, he didn't know it would happen.
Robbie's like, thanks, Ayla. Will it come with ice cream? Cyanide and ice cream. Wait.
So who's coming down to help him? Is just the midget and the other guys?
Oh, God. Is it going to be those people?
Of course it is.
Dark Order guys? Seriously.
Wheeler's not a professional. How is this still on? I thought there was a tag team match coming
I don't know. I thought we were almost over. I was ready to leave, and then we had to get sat here for more for this dumb stuff. Ugh. Oh,
just the
man.
Midget. He'll show up.
It was like, I like my steak red, right? Chris says, Travis, if you like Joey Ryan, then you should look up Johnny Swinger. He's like an 80s gimmick, and he always hits on all the girls. He's from Impact. Joey Ryan versus a swingman would be a funny match.
That's pretty funny.
Ayla says, I grew up with Well Done. I didn't know any other way. Yeah, Travis didn't either.
He's teaching his kids a few things.
With screwdrivers and how to take things apart? That's weird.
He's going to stab him with a screwdriver.
I just don't like steak overdone to taste rubbery. Oh, yeah. Well, Robbie, gross. Nobody likes that. Well, some people do. A lot of people do. Yeah, Travis knows all about that growing up with well-done steaks.
Oh, yeah. Stab him in the forehead.
He thought he was going to die if he ate one that wasn't well done. Then I made him try one of mine that wasn't well done. And then he was like, okay, I'm going to try it a little bit and see if I die. And then he didn't die, and he was like, that was the best piece of meat I've ever had in my life. He was like, Graham still cooks steak that way. Nice. Robbie says, Brian thought he retired to drink wine with his unidentical twin wife.
Danielle just stabbed him in the face with a screwdriver.
Oh, that's really sweet. Stabbing people in the
Amateur.
faces. Oh, my God.
Kenny Omega going to come out? They were kind of friends.
Yeah. And they kind of like hinted that they were kind of like going to help each other when he did that one thing for him. But I don't know. Ayla says, well, we were raised by the same person. Same. I thought I'd get sick and Caitlin convinced me to try hers. I never went back. It's true. It's true.
Yeah, once you have soft meat.
Once you have it, you're like, oh my God. I got to grow up, luckily, in a household where, yes, my mom did overcook meat and stuff like that. But when we had grilled steaks, my dad grilled them. And I always got to get my dad's, so. He would start my mom's first because she liked hers well done. And then he would put mine and my brother's and his on because at that time my brother still kind of ate medium rare.
Does he not now?
No, he likes his more like medium.
Is that more done?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Does he put ketchup on it?
Mm-mm. No.
Well done with ketchup. It's the way to do it. It's how I used to do it when I grew up. Not even kidding. The steaks were on the table with ketchup.
Yeah.
You just put ketchup on your plate and cut it up and dip it.
They never had ketchup on the table when we had steak.
My stepdad, he liked the A1 sauce.
Yeah.
Or no. Heinz 57.
Heinz 57, yeah. That's what I grew up with in my household too, was Heinz 57. It's a little bit of a different taste.
I would dip my chips in that because it's got like a sting to it.
Uh-huh.
I like that one.
But, yeah. My brother took after my mom. He did like his meat a little bit more done, but not well done. And he doesn't eat the fat. He will cut off every ounce of fat he possibly can and not eat it. And I eat like my dad. The rarer the steak, the better. And I'll eat all the fat. As long as it's warm in the middle, I'm good. Every once in a while, I'll be like, it's a little too much. But it's not very. Not too, it's not something I normally, send back.
Anyways, we got FTR coming up next. Hopefully this match is good.
Yeah, they are going to a full commercial. Ended it with what's their faces beating up whoever. Adam, Hangman Page in there. So
he got stabbed in the face with a screwdriver.
Yeah, so he's probably broken for 20 years.
That's how you know it's good.
Always.
FTR versus Guns in the main event.
So he says AEW All in. Interesting. I'm guessing AEW All Out won't be happening this year. It'll happen. Yeah, they can have both.
I mean, it's really close to that time, though. They usually do it at the end of September, right? Or that...
Beginning of September, it's Labor Day.
Yeah. Is that when September is?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it's that weekend. So, yeah, they're not doing it then.
Somebody says, funny, London is getting a WW pay-per-view.
In Wembley. They can fit over 100,000 people in Wembley.
Yeah. Chris says, up next, FTR. Ayla says, must be nice to grow up with parents with taste. I don't know about that, but Chris says no Wardlow, no Powerhouse Hobbs, no big guys. Nope. They're only allowed to be on garbage shit like Rampage and Dark or something probably. Robbie says amateur. Pico's how do you feel about smothered onions on a steak? I probably wouldn't mind it, but it would be something I would think would be more on hamburger steak is what I call it. So, but I do love sauteed mushrooms with my steaks, by the way. Love sauteed mushrooms with my steak. And it says ketchup on steaks. Me too, laughing. I am ashamed.
I still do it I don't do ketchup anymore, but I still do a sauce.
If it's the next day, yeah. He will. But the day of, when he first eats them, he usually doesn't have sauce on it. Most of the meat, he won't eat with sauce. When it's fresh, freshly cooked.
It's because it's juice in it.
So he won't. But the next day, when it needs to be reheated or heated up or it's cold or whatever, he'll eat it with sauce then. He's kind of gotten over having sauce on every single bite of meat.
2023 debut, so they're 0-0. Many.
Ayla says
you guys, they are coming out to 50 Cent.
Oh, Lord.
So why are they using real music in AEW so much? I don't know if I like that.
I think it's because he's paying the money for it. Yeah. Is this how Brian shouts at his they don't take him seriously? So he says, so I'm guessing Labor Day weekend. is free this year since AEW won't be having a pay-per-view then. I don't know, Sophie. We don't know what's happening.
We'll find out, won't we?
Ayla says, I will not eat the fat either. Sophie says, the more you know with D about random stuff, right? It was like, Sophie, she's not the only one talking about random stuff. It was like, you're the random one, literally. Pickle's like all the gristle and bone better not be wasted. Now, gristle is completely different than like the melty, yummy fat.
I throw it away.
Yeah, it's different. But if it's like the melty like fat that has like all the flavor, you bet your fucking bottom dollar I'm eating it.
It's the best part.
I'm not going to not eat it. But if it's gristle, yeah, I'm not going to eat that. I will chew on it, but I won't eat it.
Yeah, because you get that juice out of it.
And I really don't like steaks and stuff with bones in them. And the reason being is because if they're cut, the shards of the bone get onto the meat. And I never thought about it. But people are like, I just wash them. And I'm like, I never even thought about washing the meat to get all the bone shards off of it.
There it is. It's official. The match has started. So this is for the careers of the FTR.
Uh-huh.
And for the belts of the Gun Club.
So we'll see if it happens. What's going to happen? Ow. Ha. He came up to him like, I'm going to hit you, and he didn't. I was like, what are you, a rump lover? What? So it was like, if AEW does do Allin and Out, back to back, that what the WWE did when they had SummerSlam at the pay-per-view. The Roman began his reign. He was like, I like A1, I want to drink it, but I don't. Quentin Mitchell in the chat. Hey, Quentin says, what's an amateur? Somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, but they're doing it.
They're trying.
Robbie says, Ayla the type to put ketchup on spaghetti and call it sausage. Ew. It was like, I don't do that, Robbie. So it was like, I don't see AEW doing the whole having pay-per-views back-to-back. And Robbie says, Ayla, sure you don't. Ayla's like, Robbie, I don't. So it was like, you know, with the AEW announcing Allin for the end of August, WWE will schedule something on that day. Yeah, probably not. Robbie says, Ayla, like, you know how to live. Ayla's like, Robbie, do you even cook? Although they do have that weird-ass commercial with that girl. And she's like, oh, spaghetti, like, ketchup on my spaghetti. And I'm just like, who does that? I mean, seriously. That commercial, that cartoon commercial of Heinz. It's a Heinz ketchup commercial. And she's like, oh, and I really love to have spaghetti with ketchup on it. It's like, who does that? It's weird.
Who?
It's weird to me.
Who?
Get him.
Slides through. There's your baseball slide. Right, FTR throws Guns back into the ring. Works his way back up. Somebody's grabbing his ankle. It's Austin.
Oh, no. Drop
by
kick.
Colton.
Drop kick
Cash,
stuff.
Dax. The FTR. This match matters. We got about 12 minutes left, so. Think there'll be any more surprises?
Oh, no. Maybe.
It's weird that Jay White just showed up in the first segment.
Right.
He's supposed to be like the top free agent in wrestling. And they're like, come join us. We'll put you in a weird feud with nobody.
Right.
I mean, it's Ricky Stark, so we call him Pebble. Him at Pebble and Bam Bam. Did you ever watch The Flintstones?
Yes. Yes. Feels like, LOL, did you know that sweet spaghetti is the Filipino way of eating it? Didn't know that. Do they use ketchup on it, though?
Not if it's sweet. Wouldn't that just be...
Is it like Elf's spaghetti? Is that what it's like? You're being extra weird.
My hips hurt so bad. I'm trying my hardest to get them to just not hurt.
It says, I need to make dinner right meow. Late dinner.
Right meow.
Nice. Right meow. Right meow.
All right.
So he says AEW going to London isn't a surprise. So he kind of hinted that was going to happen months ago. It's a surprise, Sophie, and it's an announcement.
I just want to see him sell it out. They got enough time. They announced it early enough.
True. And I wonder how many seats they're going to do.
I love it because it'll be in the middle of the day.
True. That'll be nice. People's like, I never been to a Jollibee, the closest maybe 6 hours away. Closer than the one that would be close to me, people. I don't even know where there's one around here. It's like, you never used a microwave? Are you poor? So he's like, I'm surprised that the first time they are doing a show in London, I thought it would be a Dynamite, not a pay-per-view.
That like, wouldn't be worth their money. Sad. To fly all the way over there just to do a weekday show? Nah, it's got to be a pay-per-view.
Robbie's like, I'm guessing you make your meals in a microwave, Ayla. Why would she make her meals in a microwave?
If anything, they should do a tour over there and just hit like France, Germany, you know, up, back, and around.
Right.
Spain.
Just hang out there for a while. Just be there or be square.
Yeah, just be there for like a month or something. Do a world tour. Do one in Australia too.
Right. Just head down south.
Down under.
Skip a couple continents and just head down there.
Not in a row. Like the next year.
Yeah. It was like, oh, I assumed you used open flame from a hole in your garden. He doesn't have a garden, Ayla. He's not that rich. Pickle's like, I just fired up a burger real quick and had mashed potatoes I made over the weekend. Perfect. Mashed potatoes and a hamburger. Nice. But I was like, it's better than living under a rock. So he's like, who knows with this Allin show, what does that mean for their all out and double or nothing pay-per-views? They move them to different times and whatnot. It's not a big deal, Sophie.
You're thinking too deep into it. It's just wrestling. They're still doing their 4 pay-per-views.
Pickle says, I bet the what culture Russell Talkwaz are jizzing in their pants after the announcement.
Right?
It was like, Robbie, I own a house on top of a mountain in a valley next to a volcano. You're almost right. Maybe not quite on top of a mountain, but the other facts are correct.
We're on top of a mountain. We're at the very top of the Rockies. We're like 5,000 feet.
That's kind of. Yeah. Kind of, and I don't know, I guess kind of in the top of a mountain. Because there are mountains taller than us because we're in a valley. So it's kind of like we're in the valley on top of mountains. So I guess, yeah, we could say that. Robbie, you know what's funny is people from over there that come over here to visit and like see America. They go to said volcano. They have jumped in. They do not come out.
Yeah, it's a hard one to swim in.
And it's not really a volcano. It is
hot.
It's
water.
Hot sulfur pits. And it literally melts the skin and everything off their bones. Yeah, it's pretty nasty, dude. All the volcano stuff's like kind of underneath. Anyways, Robbie says they do have a garden. I just had new fence in last month. Uh-huh. Oh, hell yeah. Pickle's like laughing, and Robbie's like, jump in the volcano, see what happens. And he's like, Robbie has a 3x3 fenced in patch. I know, right? Ooh, that's a really big garden. Sophie says, do you think both WWE and AEW pay-per-views will be sellouts since both companies are going to be there about a month and a half apart?
Yeah.
Why not?
AEW's will be way cheaper. It'll sell out.
They should be way cheaper.
It will be. Way, way cheaper.
Rally's in the chat. Hey, Rally, good to see you tonight. Says, hi, D. Travis. Well, been asleep, missed Dynamite. Apparently, it's been crap. So there you go. Jay White return to AEW coming to UK.
Yeah. They're coming to the UK.
Jay White return was at the very beginning. He hung out with some guy. Juice.
Yeah,
guy.
Juice Robinson.
They beat up Ricky Starks. It was pathetic and dumb. And yeah, that was Tony Khan's big announcement. They're going to have an all-in pay-per-view in London, England at Wimbledon Stadium.
And we've got 6 minutes left.
Robbie says, Ayla, face upside down. Sophie says it took a long time, but finally both wrestling promotions are giving London pay-per-views live. Ayla says they found a foot in those hot pools. Body melted. They actually found a foot? That's crazy funny. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh about it. So it says, do you think Australia will be the next place to get a WWE pay-per-view?
I know it's going to happen. So, yes. I don't know if it'll be the next place.
But it's going to be one of the places.
They had some stuff going on with China at WrestleMania. Watch parties there.
Uh-huh.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we got a China one too. Just depends on the relationship in the next couple years.
Raleigh says that is not a big announcement. Tony, and no way they selling Wembley out 90,000. Nope, 40,000 at most. It's not WWE. Nope, sorry, Tony. Ooh.
Yeah, that's why I said they might do something like where they just give tickets out or something too.
Raleigh.
Like to schools or something. It's a tough one to fill up. That is a huge stadium. It's a big soccer stadium.
Right. Hey, FTR, get him.
Here it comes.
The 3D. Hey, there's a guy behind you. You should watch out. Haha.
Oh my gosh.
Let me do it to you guys.
There it is.
Oh no.
Shatter machine.
Get him.
That might do it, guys.
Lay on top of him.
So close.
Oh, the ref got pulled out. And he's not going to give you a DQ. Oh, let me grab your... He grabbed his hair. Oh. What the hell? Pickle's like, someone needs to go to Dubai. It was like, yeah, look it up. Crazy people insist on going off the path. I know. Petting buffaloes nuts. Or kidnapping the buffalo and putting them in their cars and shit. Bunch of wackos. John's like, what's happening up in here?
That's it. 1, 2, and 3. No, FTR kicks out. We're watching the FTR Gunn match. Talking about Yellowstone or something.
Talking about people petting buffalo nuts.
Jellystone National Park.
Why are people petting buffalo nuts? That's just ridiculous. No wonder they're getting hurt.
Checking them for hernias.
Sophie says, I wonder how the WWE is going to top AEW London pay-per-view announcement. Since every time AEW has a pay-per-view scheduled, the WWE always finds a way to schedule something on that weekend.
We'll find it. It'll be an NXT event.
People's like, oh, you know.
But will they do it in the middle of the day to compete? Because it's going to be in the middle of it. It's going to start like at noon Eastern.
Right. People's like, oh, you know, debauchery, some bullying, and sometimes wrestling.
1, 2.
Sophie's like, who knows how long it took Tony in London to set up that big pay-per-view. And Riley says, Tony hyping it up like Sasha Banks going to be all elite. Nope. Pickle's like, turn and cough. Yeah, Mr. Buffalo.
Oh. The referee's got to call it this time.
He saw him do it.
He's trying to get the DQ, but the referee's not DQing him.
Since he did it right in front of his face. Raleigh's like, is this FTR Guns match? If FTR, they leave AEW stipulation? Yes, Raleigh. This is that one.
I guess I don't understand it, because if they get disqualified, they would win. They just wouldn't win the titles. But the FTR is saying if we don't get the titles, then we have to leave?
I guess. Maybe that was the small print. Chris says, I don't know if Tony Khan can fit 90,000 inside Wembley. So he says, do you think MJF will lose the championship at that London show? No. Chris says, yes, Raleigh FTR coming back to WWE. You think, Chris? Think it's going to happen?
Who?
FTR going back to WWE.
We're going to find out in the next few minutes. We got 2 minutes.
There you just slid him another one.
There are 2 belts. They're trying to get disqualified. They're showing the referees that they're cheating. They're going to win right here. He headbutted it.
Where's his buddy?
No! Dax kicked out.
So this FTR has been hinting that they have made a choice on where they are going next. Sure, Robbie says FTR, this shit, AEW can't use them properly. Robbie says they're not losing, no way, not with Vince there. Vince buried them last time.
I want to see somebody go to Mexico. I think that would be a fun one. South Africa would also be fun, too.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what the politics are down there right now.
Right. So this is also AEW has a pay-per-view in Canada in June. They sure do. Good for them.
Dax, here comes Cash. Double pin. They did it. New tag team champions. FTR staying.
Wow. It looks like, okay, I'm leaving. Good night. All right, good night, hon. Have a good rest of your night. Make some dinner. Right meow. We'll see you on Friday, maybe. Chris says, should Ref Aubrey be the ref in this high-stakes match?
Yes.
Sure. She probably would have done better. I don't know. Raleigh says, did I read that right? Ravi, FTR are shit. The best tag team in the world are crap. What?
All right. FTR.
Are the shit. It was like, meow, right? So it's like, I think people that live in London will go to any wrestling pay-per-view. Will they, though? Beagle says, where in the world is TK San Diego? The Wells vagina. What's up with all the celebrating stuff? What is this?
It's weird.
Tape for the parade. Ticker tape for the parade. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight for that AEW Dynamite. If you're a big AEW fan, you're probably going to stick around and watch whatever's happening on AEW's All Access. But we're not going to. We're going to go. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. We're going to be back on Friday for WWE SmackDown. See what some more fallout's going to happen from the wonderful WrestleMania weekend that happened just a while ago. All right, you guys, if you didn't hear, Tony Khan's announcement was they're going to have their All-In pay-per-view in London, England at Wembley Stadium on August 27th this year. So I'm pretty sure we'll hear more about that, and things will come up for that later on during the rest of this time before August happens. So stay tuned.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab, and we will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.